When a global leader uses language that diminishes another nation's dignity, it often sparks conversations about respect, diplomacy, and national pride. And this is the part most people miss. Even in an era of shifting geopolitical dynamics, some principles remain non-negotiable. According to Shashi Tharoor, a prominent Indian parliamentarian, US President Donald Trump has made a grave miscalculation by targeting India with what he describes as insulting language. Tharoor didn't mince words when he likened Trump's approach to that of a schoolyard bully, emphasizing that India's self-respect is sacrosanct and not something that can be traded away in negotiations. In a recent interview with India Today, Tharoor took a firm stance against Trump's rhetoric amid escalating trade tensions between the two nations. The US president had previously labeled India's economy as dead, a comment that came alongside Washington imposing steep tariffs on Indian goods. The latest development? A whopping 50% tariff rate on all Indian imports effective August 27th. This move was justified by the White House as a response to India's continued purchase of Russian oil, which they framed as a national security issue. But here's where it gets controversial. Should economic policies be wielded as tools for political leverage, especially when they risk damaging long-standing partnerships? Tharoor argued that Trump's tactics reflect his signature unconventional style. Known for pushing boundaries to secure deals, the US leader may have underestimated India's resolve. Trump is famous for saying and doing anything to achieve the outcomes he desires, Tharoor remarked, but in this case, he might have picked the wrong target. The Kerala MP went on to explain why India cannot compromise on certain critical issues, particularly agriculture, a sector that supports over 700 million livelihoods. Allowing subsidized American grains to flood the Indian market would devastate local farmers and disrupt an already fragile ecosystem. Our self-respect isn't up for bargaining, Tharoor asserted, adding that while there may be room for flexibility in other areas, India must protect its core interests. The situation raises important questions about how nations navigate conflicts without eroding mutual trust. For decades, India and the United States have cultivated a strategic partnership rooted in shared values and cooperation. However, Trump's actions suggest a shift in tone, one that could strain these ties significantly. As Tharoor pointed out, if America has indeed altered its behavior toward India, New Delhi will need to recalibrate its strategy accordingly. Over the next few weeks, both sides may engage in talks to find common ground. Yet, Tharoor cautioned, India must prioritize safeguarding its own interests during these discussions. Interestingly, not everyone in the US agrees with Trump's approach. A senior US senator recently criticized the decision to impose 50% tariffs, warning that it jeopardizes years of effort invested in strengthening Indo-American relations. Could this internal dissent signal a potential rollback or adjustment in policy? Or will the current trajectory persist, further complicating matters? As the world watches this unfolding drama, one thing is clear. Diplomacy requires more than just tough talk. It demands empathy, understanding, and a willingness to listen. So, what do you think? Was Trump justified in taking such a hardline stance? Or does his approach risk alienating a key ally? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective.